Cheers, your boy C.O. McClain, Noadvisory podcast. We are here at Audio Box Studios. We want to get intimate because we got a very, very special guest with us right now. My man Montana 300, C.O. McClain. Got my girl Sydney over there. We got the Noadvisory punch in the building. You know we got to keep the punch with us, man. Man, you just did the interview with my Chewy. Shout out to 92.7 The Block, my man Chewy, D. Renee, all them guys over there, man. Much love over there. But yo, man, let the people know who you are, where you from, and what it is that you do, baby.
What's good? It's your boy Montana 300 from Chicago, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Rap God, what they call me. You know what I'm saying? Look me up, man. That's what I do, man. Squad.
Facts, man. So I read the bio and everything, so I was, skimming through it. Not skimming through, I was reading through it. I came across something real interesting, right? Because a lot of rappers don't really take this model to heart. And a shout out to Troy Ave, because I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Troy Ave came out with this model with doing the songs, doing remixes on other people's songs and putting your joints on there and smashing them, right? So I kind of see you, not kind of, but you took that format and you went with that format and ran with that format. So what made you say, yo, how I'm gonna get out here and run with that format and do what you do?
Way before I was known, I was doing that, but I was doing it because I didn't have a real producer to make me my own beats. So I would just get beats off the internet and then I would kill them. You know what I'm saying? And at the time, Wayne was doing that. Mm-hmm. He was the biggest rapper, 2007, 2008, all that stuff. So and I was a fan of him, you know what I'm saying? So that made me admire that from that aspect. So but I'm no stranger to doing remixes, you know what I'm saying, like that. But the Chirac remix blew me up by Nicki Minaj, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then after that just put me on everybody's radar. So it was just like, damn. I had this big fan base that whenever a hot song come out, they're like, man, remix this. Cause it was like when Montana remix, his shit got the most views. You know what I'm saying? He's murdering all the other remixes, and that's just how I grew my name. Just me out rapping other great people who had their own fan bases, out rapping them or surpassing them or out rapping them. You know what I'm saying? Basically to their own shit, and they already respected and well known. So people, I would jump in on a hot remix. As long as it's trending, that's why I would do it. So it's like when somebody typing up, it's a nigga named Bobby Smurder got a song called Hot Nigga. So when they type up Hot Nigga, and the second video say Hot Nigga Remix, Montana 300, who the fuck is this with 12 million views? Let me click on this, see what this is. Oh, this nigga hot. Mm-hmm. What the fuck else this nigga got? You know what I'm saying? It's like, so now I got a new fan. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would do it. But like I would be making, whoever hot or buzzing at the time, they would have to share some of their wave with me. You know what I'm saying? When I do my remixes. So that's what built my fan base, and then while I'm doing that, I'm putting out my own content, and that's how I made my money.
It's interesting because you mentioned the computer. Shout out to my man Roddy Rebel. Shout out to Bobby Schmurder 90Z. What up? You know what it is. I caught whiff of it from the computer's joint because I I'm on there on YouTube and I'm like, who's this guy Montana on there? And it was you and a feature artist. Yeah. Forgot it. Shout out to him too. But I was looking, I was like, oh, this shit knocking. You know what I'm saying? If you could ride that joint, that shit knock. So the name Montana 300, right? Sparta, right? Yeah. If y'all know Sparta, if y'all know y'all movies, y'all should know y'all movies. If I said that, y'all should know what that came from, right? For the people that don't know that's under rock, how did you get your name Montana? I know how you got it. You know how, but for the people, how you get the name Montana 300?
Just being in high school, I was hustling, selling weed and shit. One of my homies named BJ, he's see me in the hallway, he'd be like, Tony Montana, you know what I'm saying? So I just like heard him call me it a few times, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm gonna kind of run with that, I was rapping a little bit, so I'm run with the Tony Montana. So a couple years later, the 300 movie came out, and I just liked everything that they stood for, the no surrender, no retreat, only the hard, only the strong, against all odds, you know what I'm saying? And so that meant something to me, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm gonna run with that because that's how I felt. I felt like I was against the odds, and you know what I'm saying? But I was still going, I felt like I would come out victorious or glorious, however you want to, put it. And so I ended up forming a group called 300, you know what I'm saying? Me and another guy, and Tally of 300. And while we was doing our solo things, like we're gonna call ourselves like Montana of 300 to symbolize that I'm part of something that's bigger than myself. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's also giving credit to my homie. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just I'm a product of something else. You know what I'm saying?
So Montana 300, y'all know the name. I like the Gerard Butler, that's his name. The Sparta 300, big diesel, fucking light skinned motherfucker. Shout out to light skinned motherfuckers out there too. Y'all holding it down. You know what I'm saying? But dark skinned motherfuckers coming back in, man. So you started in 2008, right? So we in 2019. Don't get my years mixed up. The Noadvisory Punch attest to that. So from 2008 to 2019 right now, you had, 5 albums out, right? Your 5th studio album.
Curse with a Blessing, Fire in the Church, Don't Doubt the God, Pray for the Devil, A Gun in the Teacher's Desk, Views from the General's Helmet. January, I'm dropping A Cold Day in Hell, and then my last album will be in May. That's The Rap God.
So 8 solo albums, right? Just because there's a lot, it's a new rapper that comes out every second. Right now, I got a text. His name is Duty Boop Bop, the rapper that just came out. It's like mad rappers coming out every second. I want you to tell the people what is the remedy for like longevity and keep in doing what you're doing and just moving ahead in the game.
Well, I kind of look at it like some people say it's not who you know, it's what you know, and some people say the opposite, and I would say it's both sometimes, because who you know might get you there, but what you know will keep you there, and some people don't know enough to keep somebody's attention. It's like you ran out of things to say because now you're predictable. Right. We just get to hear you rap on a new beat, but you're talking about the same stuff. Right. So if you're growing in life as a person, then that should show through your music. Like, oh, what is he talking about now? What is he talking about now? Or how can he put this, in a different way where this doesn't become dull? You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So, I would just always tell artists, read as much as you can. If you learn about new things, then you got new things to talk about. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And you're not limiting yourself, you know what I'm saying, to where you feel like I'm running out of stuff, I'm running out of ammo, you know what I'm saying? It's just like that. If you got a gun, you want to spit, you a spitter, you got to load up, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. So you got to know how to, keep somebody's attention, whether it's your image or it's your mouthpiece or both, you know what I'm saying? Or it's just your swag about stuff. People like your swag, you know what I'm saying? You got to do really what works for you, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is the lyricism, you know what I'm saying? I don't need to be in Gucci every time you see me or spend, $20,000 on the outfit just so somebody to see me, like they respect what's coming out of my mouth. Right. You know what I'm saying? And me as an artist, like I told you, I said I'm not in the jewelry contest with y'all. I'm not in the car show contest with y'all. I don't really care about jewelry and cars and stuff like that. Like I'm a rapper, so I'm gonna out rap you. I can stand next to any nigga in the game with $500,000, $1 million around his neck. I bet you he can't out rap me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm stacking my money. You spending yours over there with the jeweler that don't even respect you. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So that's my thing. I'm always trying to outdo the last thing I've put out. You know what I'm saying? I'm always trying to. I look at myself as my own competition. I really don't listen to too much other people. If I do hear something else, I might be on tour in the Sprinter with one of my artists, and they plug up and play something. Who's that? Okay, that was hot. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of takes a lot to really impress me, but I know I don't expect somebody to have bars on my level for me to value their work. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I understand there's art and simplicity. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So know a lot about a lot. Read. Watch DVDs, man. Know what's relevant. You know what I'm saying? Know what's popular. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And always try to search for a new approach. Try not to get boring. Try not to get dull. So.
All right. So switching over a little bit, I'm gonna pick your brain. What is a book that you feel like everybody should read in their lifetime?
I would say Think and Grow Rich.
Oh, that's a great book.
I love this motherfucker.
Okay, yeah. That's a great book.
Yeah.
That's all right, so what's the first album that you can ever remember owning, like that you personally bought yourself?
I gotta say this though, first of all. The first album I ever had for myself that I owned, my dad bought it for me, and it was DMX's Dark and Hell is Hot. And he had his own, he listened to cassettes at the time. He had his own cassette, and I would use it sometimes. I said, I want my own. And he told me that if I wanted to read it, if I wanted to have my own, then I had to read this book about, it was a sounder about the dog and the black boy. So I had to read that.
Okay. I know.
And then the next album that I wanted him to buy me was Juvenile 400 Degrees. And I had to read a book about Emmett Till. So I just made my son read the book about Emmett Till before I let him play the new 2K20 when it came out. Things like that.
I wish I was in the studio. I would Round of applause.
But I think the first album that I bought for myself, I think that was I think I went and bought Guerrilla Warfare with the Hot Boys. Yeah, that's a classic too.
All right, so this question, I feel like it's gonna make you think a little bit. I had to ease you into the questions. So if you could go on an hour date, lunch meet, whatever you want to call it, with one celebrity, dead or alive, and pick their brain, who would it be and why?
That's good.
I'll pick a lead.
I think it got to be a female.
It doesn't. It can
No,
be
okay.
anybody.
No.
Okay. I think I rock with I like Denzel Washington.
Ooh, okay.
Him or Will Smith.
My favorite actor.
Yeah, him or Will Smith. I feel like he got a lot of gems, a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom.
Right.
You know, that I almost wish he got a chance to display more in his movies. I feel like, you know, maybe if he wrote some of his own scripts or was able to, you know, being to flex it a little bit more, I think he would be a good representation of what a lot of black people need to hear.
So you mentioned Denzel. So I read, you know, somewhere through the grapevine that you writing and producing your own movie. So where's your inspiration behind that? Like, what just made you wake up one day and say, I'm writing a movie?
Well, I own like over 3,000 DVDs. So I'm always buying movies and adding to my collection. And I've always been a movie head since I was a kid. So just seeing a lot of production and ideas, like people don't understand, like when you watch movies, you are witnessing the ideas of multiple people than just one person for movie, because every movie is like a group project. You know what I'm saying? So you're witnessing the presentation of multiple things that was just one idea. You know what I'm saying? All it takes is one idea to stem another one. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been fascinated and been into movies. You know what I'm saying? And by me being a creator and just a writer of putting raps together, to me it's like a movie doesn't even have to rhyme. All I have to do is make sense. Or I know how to make twists and plots out of a line back to back to back to back. So all I gotta do is make one big twist into a movie and make it, you know what I'm saying, and give it a punchline at the end. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be, you know what I'm saying, things like that. So, and also the value of me seeing rappers go into movies and leave rap alone, because that money is not fucking with the other money. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's rappers turned into an actor. So imagine what the director and writer is making compared to the actor. So that's what I'm into really right now, you know. And plus I think everybody can't sit back and or doesn't feel like or have the ability to sit back and decipher the creativity of my raps. Some people are just like, no, I just rather listen to surface rap. You know, I can't really do it, got me thinking too much. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to do that. Some people run away from that. But you know, even like reading a book, you tell somebody, would you rather read a book of this or watch a movie? They're gonna say, I'd rather watch the movie. You know what I'm saying? So even just things like that, there's a lot of messages and substance that I have in my music that probably would be able to be painted or displayed within the movie when somebody could just sit back and relax and watch it blossom or develop, you know what I'm saying, opposed to trying to decipher, you know what I'm saying, this when I put it into a bar or music lyric, you know what I'm saying. So I'm just ready for that next challenge, and I feel like it's not too much of a challenge. I feel like I would possibly be just as dope at music, I'm not making movies as I am at music, you know what I'm saying. And so I like to, you know, challenge myself, and I just want to get out of the box and do something bigger than what I've already done, you know what I'm saying, and leave a effect on my people, you know, whatever I do, you know what I'm saying, music or movies. Like I'm the type of person that I love to see that Ice Cube came out with a movie, but not only that how many other people he put on and gave a chance that didn't have a name. Like the song he said he likes Slaughterhouse. I think the first line of the song, I say, I do this for the ones from the bottom that never had a chance. You know, even when I mess with producers, it's like, I don't care about how many followers you got. If it's hot, it's hot. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the only rapper that, or me and my artist that's on my label, when we drop albums, and you look at the back of that CD and you see the name of the song, right there with the name of the song, you see featuring, whoever's featuring, under each song, you're going to see produced by, and it's going to have the @ sign of the producer on there too. So it's like me giving them exposure as well too. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's important to me. I don't know why people don't do that, but, you know, and a lot of people that I mess with on the producing tip, they appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So, yeah, that's just me. I always had a vision and a plan. I always try to have a syllabus about where I'm going in life. You know what I'm saying? They say, you know, the most important part, the end is always more important than the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's so many people that's in jail and done things. Yeah, you killed the nigga, but you didn't get away good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you robbed the nigga, but you know what I'm saying? It's like you didn't plan. You just plan how to do the shit. The shooting is the easy part. The getaway is where you got to be, you know, the mathematician. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of things that people see me doing that's new to them, it's like I've been had that plan maybe over. I got certain songs that I felt like that I did in like 2010 that I'm gonna drop this year coming up. That I didn't feel like it was ready at that time. Meaning not that I had to add to it, but I just felt like I need to drop this in my career when I'm at this level. You know what I'm saying? Like this will have a bigger impact then. You know what I'm saying? So when people hear the song that I'm talking about in the future, like, wow, he made that in 2010. Like, yes, I did that in 2010 and it's rocking right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just epic. You know, it's just different from my normal music, but I felt like this is for that, and I was waiting, hanging on to it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things that I do, it's just a vision of mine that I, you know, had in the past and it was planned. It's not like, oh, I just came across this song and put it out now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I try to, you know, be well planned and well thought out.
Fan-wise, what do you think is your most popular song? Like the one song that every time you perform it, you know the crowd is going to get lit. You know the crowd going to go crazy. Like, what's that one song?
My fan base is kind of diverse, but I would probably say Wife and You. Wife and You and sometimes Chirac is just as, you know what I'm saying? It's like, even though that was Nicki's song, it's like, that's like Montana here. Chirac, like, people's like, it's Montana. That's a Montana song, you know? So I do those songs back to back at the show and at the end of my shows, and it's just like, that's the ultimate turn up. You know, then you got the female fan base, and it's just, of course, they want Wife and You. They're screaming Wife and You the whole night. And then, you know, in between songs, this guy, man, Chirac, man, woo, you know, and things like that. But yeah, those are just, you know, and sometimes at meet and greets, a lot of women be like, could you please make more songs like Wife and You? Could you make more, you know what I'm saying? Just make more songs for the females. I like your female songs. Could you do this? Just me being me and trying to have all elements of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It's like you got to tend to multiple fan bases because you don't just got this one type of crowd, you know what I'm saying? I have a line, I don't even want to say it yet. It's not even out yet. But I kind of look at things like me being called the rap guy. Like, how could I be called that if I'm missing the element of hip hop? Like, this nigga don't got metaphors, or this nigga don't know how to story tell. He don't got no pain. Right. He don't, you know, he don't got no substance. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't got no, like, he's not versatile. You know what I'm saying? Like, things like that. He can't talk about this. So that goes back to what I said about knowing a lot about a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you know a lot about a lot, any concept somebody throw at you, it's like, oh, I can touch on that. You know, I know about that. Oh, you want to talk about the president? I know how to rap about that. You want to talk about slavery? I know about that. You want to talk about black history? These are things that I talk about and rap about. But other rappers, they don't know. I don't know how to talk about the president. I don't really know much about black history other than 3 sentences. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So it's like anywhere. I can really go anywhere. I don't give a damn if somebody said you want to talk about Animal Planet. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you know, but yeah, that's just basically what it is. I just try to be secure. Even when I talk to young artists, I tell them, you know, I say it's like it's a million rappers. So it's like every rapper, like if you could rap, if you got a mouthpiece, you can open your mouth. Anybody can rap. So it's like everybody got a 40 cal. So it's like, so you got to go out there and equip yourself. Like, okay, I'm going to get a 40 cal. I got an AK-47. I got a grenade. I got a grenade launcher.
Don't forget,
you know what I'm saying? I got a vest on. You know what I'm saying? I got an AR-15. It's like my arsenal is different. So when we finna go out here and go to wars, you know, everybody's trying to win. It's like, you know, the person with the most options is going to have, you know, the best advantage. Right. And in this situation, they say motherfucker with money is motherfucker with options. So, but the thing is, somebody can lock you up. Somebody can take all your money away from you. But when you load your brain up with that ammunition, they can never take that. You know, they can lock you up, but they can't put a cage on your brain. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So that's why you might see some of the most talented people, they in jail. Because they made one of the biggest mistakes of their life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, this nigga spitting in jail. This nigga could blow up with this. This nigga is fire. You know, some of the most talented black people are in jail. You know what I'm saying? Never got a chance to display, you know, their talent. And they're writing still to this day. Ain't coming home no time soon, but they're their own entertainment now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or they got a little crowd. I'm gonna spit this to this nigga just to get a, you know what I'm saying? Gets to get a head nod or see the head, and it's just like, it's a sad story, but you know, you gotta feed your brain food for thought. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man. I got a whole different perspective view on this man here. You know, because sometimes when you listen to music, right, and then you paint a picture of an artist. You're like, okay, given his background from Chicago, okay, the type of music that comes out of Chicago. You know, shout out to Lil Durk, and I think that he's like to me, one of the most I won't say conscientious, but as far as Chicago-based artists goes, I rock with Lil Durk. But now I got a whiff of Montana 300, and I heard the song Computers, and I'm sitting there, I'm listening, I'm checking his background. But now just me sitting here and interviewing the man, yo, like it just your intellect alone is just like separates you from a lot of the artists out there, because they put the stigma on a lot of artists and saying put them in a box, so to speak, based on where you're from, you know, because they say, okay, Chicago drill music, so they like, okay, he's going to be a Chief Keef kind of person. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what you are in any stretch. What is one thing that people don't know about you, that you're willing to say that people don't know about you, that can be an inspiration for somebody to say, hey, I don't want to be labeled as this because Montana, he's from Chicago, but look how he carry himself. But what is one thing you could tell that artist that they don't know about you that can help them in the game?
I put a lot of gems in my music for my sons, you know, for in the future when they are listening a little bit deeper, you know, when they come older of age, or even for my daughter now. I have a line on a song called Souvenir, where I say, my kids will mourn when I pass, but I won't witness these cries. I hope when they need my guidance, they can remember these lines. Don't stress when life gets you down. I've been there too many times. Just let your energy drive. That's how the misery dies. And I feel like that can go for anybody. Any child that doesn't have their father, any child that's lost their father, any child that doesn't have a big brother giving them positive things, you know what I'm saying, to hear. And it's like, whatever you're going through in life, you're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? You're not the only one that's felt that or been through that, you know. Right. I'm telling you that I've been there too many times. I've felt like, should I give up? You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you could think of something like, you know what they say, the devil working overtime? You think he finna give up? And if I'm rocking with God, what the hell I look like giving up? Right. When I know he ain't finna give up, or he working overtime. Why shouldn't I work overtime? Life, I got a line too. I say, although this life is abusive, understand life is exclusive. I said, dead men wish they was in our shoes, but had their chance and they blew it. See me, I go through the music with hopes that you don't confuse it. Like I said, possess the power to heal. I taught myself how to use it. You have so much power that you don't know. Like, imagine if somebody told you that your 5 senses is 5 powers. Not everybody has every sense. You know what I'm saying? Some people can't hear. Some people can't see. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You know, you got superpowers. Use them to the best of your ability. What if somebody told you haven't fully tapped into those 5 senses or those 5 powers? Like, how are you going to turn that up? You know what I'm saying? You know, every day, you know, you're reborn again. You go to sleep. You wake up. That's another chance that you get on earth. That's a whole nother life. You can make that better than yesterday. But every day that you live in, you are a day closer to your death. You know what I'm saying? It's a day closer to the end. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till the last minute to start trying to get serious. Like, get serious about it now. You know what I'm saying? You could rest later on, but you have to build your heaven on earth, because it might not be a heaven after this. That just goes into so many things. Like, just don't waste your life. I tell my son that sometimes. I'm like, man, it's your life. Don't play with it, man. Don't bullshit around. You know what I'm saying? It's your life. This ain't somebody else's life. I can't come give you another life. I can't press the reset button for you like this the video game. You got to get serious about what you want. You know what I'm saying? It come down to how bad you want it. You know, the things I put in my music for my kids, you know, I know it might fall in the ears of other kids, like I hope it do. I know it might fall in the ears of some of my enemies, and they might need to hear it. Because I always say I got love for everybody. But if you choose to see me and you hate me, and you're hating on me, you just denied yourself the love that I would have had to give you, because I didn't need to know you from shit. It don't take shit for me to shake the hand of a stranger. You know what I'm saying? And show that love. Right. Because I'm not worried about anything. I hate to say it. No, I'm not worried. I'm not moved by nothing. If it's not stopping me from feeding my kids, or paying my bills, or taking care of my business, or doing what I say I have to do, then I don't have to pay no mind. That's your opinion. You're entitled to that. That's your comment box. So I try to just, you know, encourage people to just don't let nothing break your peace. You know, do what you set out to do. You got to look at life like you got 20 minutes. You got a car, come down to the radio station and pick up this $2 million. You got 20 minutes to get down here. You don't get it. Like, you hop in the car. Are you gonna let a motherfucker that's on the sidewalk say, "Hey man, you a bitch ass nigga"? You gonna get him to make you pull over? Right. You gonna on the way to that $20? If on the way to that $20, it's a big booty bitch over there. You gonna pull over? I'm trying to. And some niggas will do it and risk it. Did I get it on time? No, nigga, you a minute late. God damn, but that ass was fat.
Some dudes will risk it. Yeah.
I tell kids, even when I talk to them at the high schools or teams and shit like that, I just like, man, look, you can't let nothing get distracted. I say, I'm gonna tell y'all now. Y'all gonna get to high school. Y'all gonna have the option to start selling drugs, make a little money, be fresh. You can't let that get you off track. Right. I'm like, what y'all got going now with y'all team? That's something good. This is love. Y'all can't let nothing break this. If y'all stick with this, you could buy thousands of Jordans for schools, everything. You know what I'm saying? But you can't live in the moment of now. You got to think about your future. And I let them know, like, man, don't let nothing break this. I said, some of y'all gonna get girlfriends, start getting some little coochie. They start laughing. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, you can't be like, oh man, I'm skipping practice today to go walk my girlfriend home. Right. You know, it's like, dude, she gonna be there if she really there for you. You know, you're gonna have these distractions. And I even tell them, I'm like, some of y'all gonna even lose loved ones, maybe even the death of family. Right. Like, you cannot let anything distract you. You know, having talent, that's one half of being successful. And you know what I'm saying, and handling the hate, you know what I'm saying, handling the distractions. Like, you can see them, that doesn't mean you have to pay them your mind. You got to stay on that straight line. You got 20 minutes to get there. That little dash that in there between your high school years, 02 to 06, that dash right there, that's how fast that shit is over with. And then the next level, whatever it's college or, you know, the NBA, like, I bet you ask Kobe, it's like, he gonna think 20 years flew by. I miss it. And then I've been one of them people I've thought back, like, man, I should have been pushing myself to do this in high school. I should have been pushing myself to do that. You know, I shouldn't have skipped practice that time. I should have been enjoying every single day I got to practice. You got to know, even with your people, your loved ones, you know, death doesn't come with a warning. So everything is limited in this life. You know, I always say, they say, you know, you win something, you lose something. I say, no, you win something, you lose it all. Nobody gets to leave here with every goddamn thing. We lose all of this shit. So yeah, just, you know, move straight, try your hardest, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, think about what matters and who matters. That's all I can say.
Listen, man, we just got a lesson just now. Like I said before, man, I didn't judge him by the music. Anybody just judge anything by the music, you will not think that this man has the intellect, the charisma, just the headiness that he has in his music and the way he talks and the way he carries himself, man. Like, I'm definitely a fan. If I was a fan before, I'm definitely a fan now. You got a project coming out, right? The Rap God, I believe. So just briefly tell the people about the Rap God and, you know, what they can expect when they hear this album.
Well, you know, I got asked the question, why you call yourself the Rap God or consider yourself the Rap God or run with that. And it's like I said, every element of hip hop, you know, I feel like I represent that. I possess that. They say God is the creator and the destroyer. So I feel like I'm a creator and I destroy others on beats or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I can destroy, I have the ability to, but also at the same time, being a god of anything, you have to be a healer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I call myself Rap God if I'm not giving or teaching? Right. You know, so uplifting at some point in time. So I'm not the type of person I'm not going to give you everything of what you want. A lot of times I'm going to give you what you need as well. So balance is everything. Just look for that album to be a very balanced album. You'll be able to walk away from that album with things that you could use to pertain in life, you know, share with your loved ones, you know, things you could teach to your kids, you know, things you might want to tell your little bro or things to straighten them out, you know, things for the young niggas that's in the streets, positive things they need to think about, consequences, things like that. You know, the risk that runs with doing those things, you know what I'm saying? Man, I got stuff on there for the females, of course. You know, all of that. So every age group, everybody should be able to, you know, enjoy this album all around. And I think it'll be my best project, you know, the biggest masterpiece.
Hey, yo, man, once again, man, we want to thank my man Montana 300 for coming through and kicking it with Noadvisory crew, man. We definitely got to get you in the studio one time and meet the whole crew because, like, it's a gang of us, you know, in Noadvisory. This is a real in-depth conversation that I want to expand and further on because there's a lot of things we could talk about, just not even music, generally just outside of music, you know, that could, expand people's minds, man. So just let the people know one more time where they can find you on all social media platforms. When is the next album dropping, and any other projects or any other news or anything that you got coming out next?
Montana 300 on all social media. MONTANAOF300. Follow me. I'm kicking knowledge everywhere. I'm bringing out hot music everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm showing love. Be on the lookout for my sports channel, FG Sports, covering the top kids in the nation and stuff like that. Me interacting with them and going to cover some of their games and who they are on and off the court. In January, I'm dropping an album called A Cold Day in Hell. May 20th, 2020, I'm dropping an album called The Rap God. That'll be my last solo album. I'm dropping an album with Tally sometime 2020 called Guns N' Roses Part 2. I'm working on a book called God Strong. Y'all be ready for that, and I'll be writing movie scripts in the meantime. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Go check me out, man. Go back and look up my stuff all the way from Cursed with a Blessing all the way to now, and it's gems and messages and things in there that's useful all throughout there. You know what I'm saying? Love y'all though.
Yo, man, it's your boy C.O. McClain. We definitely got to get my man Montana 300 in the studio, because there's a lot more fucking questions that I had. But I'm like, yo, my man was just spitting crazy knowledge. I didn't want to interrupt the man. I was like, let him rock out if he's going to set it like that, man. But once again, man, it's your boy C.O. McClain, Montana 300.
Trapsyd.
There's no advisory, motherfucker. We're signing off. Bang.